1. Introduction. My name is Clara. I live in a small town with my husband, Daniel. We have a baby boy named Leo. Leo is 6 months old. I love my son very much. He is the best part of my life. Being a mother is hard work, but it is also wonderful. I have an older sister. Her name is Anna. Anna is 32 years old. Anna is very sad because she cannot have children. She wants a baby very badly. This sadness is a big part of her life now. I feel sorry for my sister and I want to help her feel better. Anna visits my house almost every day. She comes often to see Leo. She loves to hold him. When she is here, she holds Leo for long periods of time. She calls him special names. She often calls him my little boy. She says this many times during her visits. I know she means it with love, but the words make me feel strange. I do not say anything to Anna about this feeling. I smile and try to look happy. I do not want to hurt her feelings. I know she is suffering because she cannot have her own baby. I want to be a supportive sister. Anna is very attached to Leo. She brings him many small gifts. She buys him soft blankets and new toys. She says she is helping me because I must be very tired. I am thankful for her help with the baby. She spends many hours with us. However, I start to feel uncomfortable. The feeling begins slowly, but it grows over time. It is the way Anna looks at Leo. It is not the normal look of an aunt. Her eyes look too focused. They seem desperate. She watches Leo when he sleeps. She watches him when he eats. She watches every small move he makes. Sometimes, when I see this look in her eyes, I feel something cold inside my chest. It is a feeling of worry. I tell Daniel that Anna seems too focused on Leo. Daniel tells me not to worry. He says Anna is just lonely and loves her nephew very much. He says I am tired, and that is why I worry. But the discomfort continues. When I ask for Leo back, Anna is slow to give him to me. She holds him tightly for a moment longer. She looks sad when I take him back into my arms. I know how much she desires a child. This strong desire makes me nervous. I hope Anna's sadness does not cause problems for our family. I love my sister, but I need to keep my baby safe. Leo is my responsibility. 2. A strange feeling. Anna began to come to our house even more often. She came every morning, and sometimes she stayed until the late afternoon. She always brought many gifts for Leo. These gifts were very expensive. She gave him new clothes, soft blankets, and many toys. She said she wanted to help me because I was a new mother. I felt tired, but I tried to be kind to her. Soon, Anna started to say difficult things. She looked at me closely and said, "Clara, you look very tired. Are you sleeping enough? Maybe you are not taking good care of Leo." I felt hurt when she said these things. I knew I was tired, but I loved my son very much. She often told me how I should feed him or how I should hold him. It felt like she was the mother, not me. My husband, Daniel, noticed this change quickly. He was worried about Anna's behavior. One evening, he spoke to me seriously. "Clara," he said, "Anna is crossing a line. She is here too much. She acts like she knows better than you do." He told me I needed to talk to her. He said I must set boundaries for her visits and her words. But I was afraid to start a fight with my older sister. I did not want to make her angry or sad, so I waited, hoping the strange feeling would pass. Then, one afternoon, everything changed completely. I was in the living room, and Leo was quietly playing in the kitchen with Anna. I walked quietly to the kitchen door to get a drink of water. I stopped suddenly when I heard Anna's voice. She was whispering softly to Leo, who was only 6 months old. Her voice was very low, but I heard every single word. She said, "You should live here with me. I will be your real mother." My heart stopped beating for a second. I stood frozen in the doorway, unable to move. The words hit me very hard. This was not normal behavior. This was not just a sad sister who wanted a baby in her life. This was something serious and dark. For the first time since Leo was born, I felt real fear. I was afraid of Anna. I was truly afraid for my baby boy. I knew I could not wait any longer. I had to speak up and protect my family. 3. The secret nursery. Anna invited me to her house last Saturday. I did not want to go, but I felt I had to be polite. She had been acting strangely, but I did not want trouble. When I arrived, she seemed very happy. She took my hand and led me through her house. She stopped in front of a door that I had never noticed before. It was a simple, white door. Anna opened the door quickly. I looked inside and stopped walking. My breath caught in my throat. The room was not empty. It was a complete baby room. Everything was new and clean. There was a white crib in the corner. Soft blue blankets were folded neatly on the changing table. I saw many toys, bottles, and boxes of diapers. There were small, new clothes hanging in the closet. Anna had prepared everything for a baby. I felt cold and sick. I could not speak immediately. Anna smiled brightly. She did not see my fear. She pointed around the room proudly. "This is for Leo," she said. "I made it myself. It took me many weeks." She walked over to the crib and touched the blankets. "You are tired, Clara. You need help. Leo can stay here often. He can sleep here 2 or 3 nights every week. Then you can rest completely." Her words sounded kind, but they felt like a threat. I felt dizzy. I quickly said, "Thank you, Anna. It is lovely. I have to go now." I left her house quickly. When I got home, I felt terrible. My stomach hurt. I waited until Leo was sleeping to tell Daniel. He was reading the newspaper in the living room. I told him about the secret room. I told him about the crib and all the new things. I repeated Anna's words. "Leo can stay here often." Daniel dropped his newspaper. His face became red with anger. Daniel stood up quickly. He walked back and forth across the floor. "This is too much, Clara," he said loudly. "This is not normal sister behavior. She has gone too far this time." He looked at me with serious eyes. "She is not just sad, Clara. She wants to take our baby." I wanted to tell him he was wrong. I wanted to believe that Anna was only trying to help me rest. But seeing the full, ready nursery made the truth clear. Daniel was right. Anna wanted Leo. I felt great fear now. We had to do something. For a terrible discovery. Things started getting worse quickly. I noticed Anna taking Leo outside more often. Sometimes I was cooking dinner. Sometimes I was taking a shower. She did not ask me first. She just took Leo and left. When she returned, she would say, "Do not worry, Clara, I am helping you." I did not like this. Leo was my baby. I needed to know where he was. I told Daniel about the walks. He shook his head. He said we needed to talk to Anna right away. One evening, Daniel looked very serious. He was holding his mobile phone. He called me over to the sofa. "Look at this, Clara," he said. He showed me a social media page. It was Anna's page, but it was not her normal page. This page was full of pictures of Leo. There were many, many photos. In the pictures, Anna was holding Leo and smiling. But the words she wrote were terrible. She wrote things like, "My son, my life." She wrote that Leo was her baby. She was pretending to be his mother online. I felt cold. My breath shook in my chest. I felt a terrible mix of anger and fear. This was not a game. This was not just a strange feeling anymore. This was a lie. Anna was trying to steal our baby, just like Daniel had said. I could not sleep that night. I looked at Leo sleeping in his crib. I promised him that I would keep him safe. The next day, I knew I had to speak to Anna. I did not want to fight, but I had to protect my family. When she came over, I showed her the phone. I asked her, "Why are you doing this, Anna? Leo is not your son." Anna stopped smiling. Her face changed completely. She started to cry very loudly. She did not say she was sorry. Instead, she became very angry. She shouted at me. She called me selfish. She said I was a bad mother. "You do not deserve Leo," she screamed. "You do not love him enough. I know how to care for him better than you do." I looked at her face. I saw something strange in her eyes. They did not look like the eyes of my sister anymore. They looked wild and unfamiliar. She was not normal. Daniel quickly came into the room. He told Anna to leave our house immediately. She left, still shouting, and the front door slammed shut. We stood in silence, knowing we were in great danger. 5. Running away. Daniel and I decided to move to a new city. We knew we had to leave our current town quickly. We needed to keep our family safe from Anna. Her behavior was now too frightening. We agreed that we must keep our plan a big secret. We did not tell anyone about the move, not even friends. We started to sell some of our furniture online. We packed big boxes every night after Leo was asleep. We used tape and wrote numbers on the boxes. We tried to make no noise. We felt like secret agents in our own home. We hoped to leave before Anna could find out our secret plan. We felt worried and tired all the time, but we knew this was the only way to protect Leo. We planned to leave in 1 week, but Anna found out about our plan before the week ended. I do not know how she learned the truth. Maybe she saw the packed boxes in the garage. Maybe she heard us talking quietly one night. The knowledge that she knew made us feel very exposed. We were afraid she would try something soon. We knew we had to leave faster. We booked the moving truck for the next morning. We felt nervous, but also hopeful for a new life away from her. It was the morning we were supposed to leave. The sky was still gray. Daniel was outside talking to the moving truck driver about the boxes. I was inside Leo's room. I was packing his last clothes and his favorite teddy bear. I wanted to make sure I did not forget anything important for him. I heard the front door open downstairs. I thought maybe Daniel came back inside to help me. Then I heard a sound that made my body freeze. It was Anna's voice. She was speaking very softly, the way she always spoke to Leo when she held him. I felt a terrible fear rush over me like cold water. How did she get in? Did she have a spare key? I dropped the box of clothes I was holding and ran fast out of Leo's room and down the stairs. I shouted for Daniel, but he was still outside. I stopped in the living room. Everything was quiet. Too quiet. Leo's car seat was empty on the floor. His blue blanket was also on the floor. Anna was gone. Leo was gone. I looked everywhere quickly. The back door was wide open. My sister took my baby. I screamed very loudly. Daniel rushed back inside when he heard my cry. He saw the empty room and understood immediately. He held me while I cried. He quickly called the police. I could only think one terrible thing: my baby is gone. My world felt broken in 2 pieces. 6. The cabin. The police searched for Anna and Leo everywhere. Many hours went by, but there was no news. I could not relax. I felt sick and cold. Daniel held my hand, but we both felt terrible. We needed Leo back immediately. I asked the police many questions, but they only said, "We are trying." Then the police called us. They found something important. They found Anna's car. The car was near an old cabin deep in the woods. This cabin belonged to our family many years ago. It was far from the town. The police told us to go there quickly. We drove fast with the police cars following us. The woods were dark and quiet. When we stopped, the cabin looked old and small. It was made of dark wood. The police told me to wait outside. They said it was dangerous. They wanted to check the cabin first, but I could not wait. I needed my baby. Suddenly, I heard a sound. It was faint, but I knew it immediately. Leo was crying. My heart jumped. I ran towards the small wooden building. The police tried to stop me, but I did not listen. I had to reach the door. I ran to the porch and stood close to the entrance. The door was closed and locked. I hit the wood with my hands. "Anna, open the door," I shouted. Daniel came quickly and stood behind me. Anna shouted back from inside. Her voice was loud and angry. She said, "No, he is mine now. I waited many years for a baby and I will not give him back." Her words sounded crazy. I started to cry very hard. I begged her to open the door. "Anna, please remember us. Remember when we were little girls," I said. "We loved each other. We are sisters." I told her that our love for each other was real. I told her that she could not take my baby. Daniel stood next to me, talking quietly to the police, telling them to be ready. I stayed close to the door, listening to Leo's small cries. I kept talking to Anna, trying to make her remember our past. I spoke about happy times like Christmas when we were children. I waited a very long time. The minutes felt like hours in the dark woods. We waited until the door started to move slightly. 7, the truth in her eyes. The cabin door opened slowly. I stopped shouting and stopped crying. I looked at Anna. She stood in the doorway, holding my baby, Leo. She held him very tightly against her chest. I could see her face clearly. She looked incredibly tired. Her eyes were red from crying, and her face looked broken and desperate. I saw all her pain in that one moment. I took a small step forward. Daniel stood right behind me, ready to act. The police officers waited silently. I knew I had to speak softly and calmly. I did not want to make Anna more afraid. "Anna," I whispered, "I love you. You are my sister. We have a long history together." She looked down at Leo. She did not look at me. Her silence was heavy. I waited for a long time, maybe 1 minute, before speaking again. I needed her to understand the truth. "Leo is my baby," I said. My voice was firm now, but not angry. "He needs his mother. I am his mother." When I said this, Anna began to shake. She held Leo so close that I worried she might hurt him. Tears started running down her face again. She cried harder than before, and her whole body trembled. She looked at Leo one last time with a deep sadness I cannot forget. She looked at me, and I saw her fighting inside herself. I kept my arms open, waiting. I did not rush her. I just stood there, letting her choose. She knew she could not keep him. She knew what she had done was wrong, even if her heart believed it was right. Slowly, Anna moved her arms. She carefully placed Leo into my waiting arms. I wrapped him close. He was safe. I felt a huge wave of relief wash over me. Daniel immediately came forward and held both of us. He kissed Leo's head and then kissed mine. The police moved quickly and professionally. They approached Anna gently. They spoke quiet words to her. They had to take her away from the cabin. As the officers led her toward the cars, Anna stopped. She looked back at me, still holding Leo. "I only wanted to feel like a mother," she said. Her voice was just a whisper. Then she was gone. My heart broke for her, even after all the fear she had caused. I knew she was sick and needed help. I held my baby tightly and walked out of the woods. We were finally safe together. 8. A new beginning. Anna went to a special hospital. The doctors there helped people who felt very lost. She needed professional help for her mind. We knew her recovery would take a long time. We hoped she could learn to be happy without a baby. We sent a short card to the hospital. We said we wished her well. We felt sadness for her, but we also knew we had to stay away for now. Daniel and I sold the last of our old things. We finally moved to the new city. It was a city where Anna could not find us. We changed our phone numbers and our names on the mailbox. We wanted to start completely new. The drive was very long, almost 8 hours. Leo slept most of the way. Our new apartment was small but full of sunlight. Daniel started a new job quickly. I spent my days walking Leo in the local park. I watched the other mothers and felt normal. It was a good feeling. We started to build a new routine. Every night, we ate dinner together, just the 3 of us. Life became quiet. The fear left our house. I could sleep through the night without waking up in panic. I looked at Leo every morning. He was growing so fast. He was starting to laugh out loud. His laugh was the best music I knew. I felt a deep, strong thankfulness for him. He was the reason we kept fighting. I thought about Anna often. I remembered our childhood together. We were best friends for many years. It was hard to believe that the woman who took Leo was my sister. I hoped that one day she would find peace. I hoped she could be my sister again, the one I remembered. But until that day, my focus was clear. I had to keep my family safe. I had to protect Leo from the darkness we left behind. We put up new curtains and locked the door every night. We were starting over. We were safe. This was our new beginning, full of hope and quiet love. We were ready for the future.